We have the xTool out of its box and it is on the table ready to go. And before we start hooking everything up, I wanted to show you what all comes in the box. All right. First of all, we have our Air Assist module. Now, you know, you may or may not have this. It depends on what unit you purchased. And then we have power cords. This one is for the Air Assist. This one is for the unit itself. The power supply box for the unit. Then we have our laser module here. Exhaust hose. A little toolbox that comes with a screwdriver and other little tools that you will need during setup. And then it also came with a sample pack of a few different materials. We have a couple acrylic like ornaments, a slate coaster, a small sheet of black acrylic, a small sheet of wood, and a sheet of leatherette. All right. So all of these are just enough for you to run a few tests and get your settings in and get started doing laser projects. So now that I've showed you everything in the box, we'll start setting the whole thing up. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, you see this sticker? Back here there are two, well, there's one on this side and one on the other side. There's two little stoppers that are put in place for shipping to make sure your laser head doesn't move around. So the first thing we're going to do is remove that. Okay? And you just put your screwdriver in here that came in your kit and remove the two little screws. And this is what the stopper looks like. You just want to get that one out on this side, and then there's one on the other side of the laser bed as well. All right, once you have the two stoppers on each side removed, let's take these stickers off, get them out of the way here. Again, one on each side. All right. And now you're going to grab a hold of your gantry and slowly pull it forward. Now we're going to have to remove the zip ties from here and install the laser module. All right, and I'm going to use just a little pair of wire cutters to snip this zip tie. Maybe. You're going to want to take your laser module and install it. And you'll see there is a slot here and there's a guide pin on the module. And you will want to take your cords that come in from your drag chain and plug those in. You have one for the laser and then one for the Air Assist. Put that on. And then we are going to just put our laser module right in there. And it is right in place. Okay. Once you have it in place, you're going to take your little screwdriver again, and you're going to install two screws in the top here to hold your module in place. All right, that's in place and secured. Next, you're going to open your material sensor, and there is a little pin on the side of that, and that just slips in. Let me move the camera so you can see that. All right, the little material sensor fits right in there. So let's get that in. There we go, and that's in position now. All right. Okay, now we turn it around. And you want to take, if you got Air Assist with yours, you want to take your Air Assist nozzle and insert it there. Okay. And then we want to take our power block for the laser unit itself. Plug that in over here. Now you're going to need your little toolbox again, because you need your little dongle, your xTool dongle. This is a security feature, and without this the laser will not run. So make sure you insert it in the bottom USB port right there. Okay, next take the power for the Air Assist, and this is, it's almost like a micro USB on both ends. All right, so you want to insert it in the top spot there on your unit, and then on the back of your Air Assist. Plug that in, make sure it's in firmly. Okay, and now we will remove this and install our vent hose. Okay, All we do that is remove these 4 screws, pop this out, and put your vent in its place, and use those 4 screws that you just took out to secure your vent hose in place. We have everything put together, plugged in, put the honeycomb bed in. The only thing I wanted to point out is on the side here of your unit, you will see a red button. That is your emergency kill switch. If for some reason when you turn on your machine, it doesn't turn on, make sure that your emergency kill switch is pulled out. To stop the machine, you just press it in. To release it, you just turn it and it will pop out. So make sure it is popped out. And now we will turn it on and connect everything through the computer. So we're going to go to the computer now. For this last part of your setup, you are going to go into your xTool XCS software. And at the top, you're going to click Connect Device. Make sure your USB is plugged into your laser and your computer and that it is powered on. And it should bring up under the USB your machine. So select that, and that should be all you need to do to connect. We have and now your laser should show up here on the right hand side as a laser that is available for use. And in here you can edit settings if you want to. If you have more than one laser, you can rename it if you like. You can check for firmware updates and all kinds of random settings. But once you have your laser connected to your software, you can now easily use it. So we set up our xTool S1 in the xTool Creative Space software. Now I want to show you how you can connect your xTool to Lightburn if that is your preferred laser control software. The first thing you need to do is go to the xTool website and you're going to download this configuration file. Once you save that to your computer, to your desktop, wherever, you'll go back to Lightburn, and on the lower right you'll click on Devices, right? And rather than find my laser or create manually like you would for most other lasers, what you will do is click on Import, and then you're going to find the file that you just downloaded, the lbdev file from xTool. You will click on that, and that will import the settings that you need for your xTool, and click OK, and that is it. You are connected and ready to use your xTool laser with Lightburn.